Greetings, beautiful, awesome humans. It's Ros Loxton here with another weekly journal prompt from My Best Self Journal. So we're now up to month 3, week 4, and today we're going to be talking about boundaries. So remember always with My Best Self Journal, when you're doing the next journal prompt, each week we have a journal prompt. So when you're doing your journal prompt, open up the page to that, open up the book to that page, but start with the beginning page. In the beginning, it says here, my best self-intentions. And it's just asking you to tap into your heart, tap into your real desires, and really hold an acceptance for who you are right now, where you're at right now. Just meet yourself where you're at right now. No judgment, no rejection, just this is where it is, okay? This is just where it is, and hold yourself nice and gently. And then ask yourself what, by going through a journal like this, and I am a qualified life coach, a qualified counselor, a qualified emotional clearer, well studied in human design and all sorts of things, okay? And this is one way that I can make reaching that sort of wisdom and that sort of healing knowledge accessible and affordable. So really think about what would you like to achieve by having, a highly qualified mindset coach, counselor, life coach, emotional healer, working with someone with those wisdoms and technologies. So this is one way you can do that. What would you like to achieve by navigating all of the breakthrough designed questions in this journal, all the suggestions and tips and information? What would you really hope to achieve by doing that? And that's how you start this journal, and you fill that out there. And then each time you come to do the next journaling prompt, you check back in with that and really tether, tie to and anchor each journal prompt to this initial intention. And you may like to slightly vary this intention because you will grow and change each time you have breakthroughs and insights. And you might like to upgrade your initial intention, but it's super powerful. And really the real art and magic of coaching and counseling is to tie your journal prompt, breakthrough intention journal prompt, into your initial intention for wanting to change and grow in the first place, okay? There's a real magic in anchoring each journal prompt to your initial intention, okay? So today, this week, consider and reflect, journal, on boundaries. Each of these subjects is really quite huge. Straight away now, it's like your boundaries. What are they like, And I think we have got hard boundaries, like the one around, maybe if you own a house or a property, you'll have a fence around your property, and that's hard. You touch it. It's a literal hard boundary. And then you have got behavioral boundaries. You're not allowed, my boundary says, I don't let you do that to me. Or my emotional boundaries are, I'm not going to let myself be drawn into that emotional state or, into your emotional storm. So spiritual boundaries, there's all sorts of boundaries, okay? And the more that you do this journal, the more that you get your breakthroughs, the more that you come to know the amazing, unique human you are, then the more better you'll be at understanding how to honor yourself by using boundaries. And then when you can be flexible with them. If you do not have boundaries, the world will be storming all over you. You're taking too much on that you just do not have to, and that can make you feel overwhelmed, anxious, resentful, hurt, vulnerable, all the things, because you don't have your own protective boundaries in your sense of understanding or in your sense of action taking. Again, if any of that if you need to talk about that, just chat, just jump on the My Best Self Facebook group, and I will happily respond to any of your questions or comments or anything in that space. So this week, consider and reflect and journal on your boundaries, physical, emotional, mental, sexual, financial, energetic. Consider your awareness and also your degree of respect around other people having their own boundaries, because they're here to protect us. Some of us can handle more of stuff than other people can in certain areas. So I couldn't be a frontline ambulance rescue person because I wouldn't be able to handle the trauma, like seeing that trauma. So my boundary is I don't let myself be in that situation, and that is to protect me so I can keep being my best self, So consider your awareness and also your degree of respect around other people's boundaries and your own boundaries. Respecting yours, but also respecting other people's, because they're there to protect. Okay, and if you don't respect someone else's boundaries, it's because you don't respect your own. There's no way you'd go barging through and be unconscious of someone else's boundaries if you didn't have a real connection to your own boundaries and why you have them. So it is an act of being your best self and being a very whole, good, well-aware human to respect boundaries. And sometimes they sting. Other people's boundaries might sting. You're not allowed into a certain part of their world, or you feel a sense of rejection or something, or a pushback from someone, and it might be that you have just bumped into one of their boundaries, and that's not how you're understanding the situation. So this is a really very, very important journal week for everybody. So how do they serve you? How do boundaries serve you, and why are they important? Really good for you to answer this with deep, deep honesty. What is your relationship with your own boundaries like, and also with other people's boundaries? So a really good thing to teach your kids as well. It's a very complex world, so to help them to understand all the ways, to navigate this world is your responsibility, and your privilege as well. So once you have answered that, remember, that's the journal area there. There's always another question, which is about how to apply your breakthrough once you do journal, because each journal prompt is about getting breakthroughs. Now, how can I apply my learnings this week to honor myself? Where can I apply my learnings so that I can really honor myself? You honor yourself first, so then you teach the world how to honor you. Big subject. You might find it a little confusing or a little tricky to know really how to form boundaries, or how to understand other people's boundaries that might not seem fair or good or right for you. Please, as I said, reach out, and I'm happy to have an open, honest, supportive chat with you around this. So that was week 4 of month 3 of My Best Self Journal. The next page is insights and breakthroughs. So that's for the month. At the end of each month, we have an insights and breakthrough. So in the spirit of my best self, what am I deeply grateful for? What am I no longer available for? I'm not available to show up for that low behavior anymore, or I'm not available to be sucked into this type of behavior, or I'm not available for that type of failure anymore. Really being unavailable for something is as powerful as adding a new action into your life. And the third question is, what are all my wins? And even if they're little tiny ones, what are my wins? And really, really encourage you to answer this question. It's so important to go, well, you know what, this week I did make $100, as opposed to going, I didn't make whatever your goal was, whether it was 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever. For example, what I really want to help you to grow, you know, and to foster within you is how to look at what did you gain, where did you succeed, what are all the wins, you know, tiny as they are, because you start to develop the muscle of staying optimistic and positive, and that muscle brings you other things that you can't even think about right now if that muscle isn't exercised. So looking for all of your wins and writing them down and going, thank you me, you know, thank you me for earning that $5, $10, $100. Thank you me for doing a good job of not getting sucked into that fight. Thank you me for applying for that job that I thought, you know, maybe I wasn't good enough for. I don't know. I'm just clutching at straws here trying to think of things, but however small it is, thank you me for getting out of bed today, you know, because it's been hard to do that. Thank you me for eating good food today because I felt a bit crap and I just wanted to eat crap food. So thank you, and find all those little wins and make them important, because that is going to build a muscle that is going to bring you awesome stuff. Okay. For now, I'll come back next week with the next thrill-packed journal prompt for month 4, week 1. Until then, I'm sending you really big encouragement for your best self and for your best life. And I will see you next week. But bye for now.